Hello MotoGP fans. Welcome back to ZNGP Today. Marc Márquez revealed the emotional toll of his long recovery, admitting there were times he avoided the MotoGP paddock because it reminded him of pain. The Ducati rider has undergone a string of operations on his right arm and says the latest procedure, his 7th in 6 years, finally restored the connection he feared he had lost. Nicolò Bulega will line up against Marc Márquez and Francesco Bagnaia this weekend at Misano after a busy week testing Ducati's 2027 MotoGP prototype. The Superbike leader spent 2 days developing the new 850cc Desmosedici and, despite a minor crash, emerged as a key figure in Ducati's preparations for the regulation change and the brand's World Ducati Week celebrations. Andrea Dovizioso analyzed the fallout from Assen on his YouTube channel, backing the penalty given to Fabio Di Giannantonio and offering a wide-ranging read on Marc Márquez's form, Ai Ogura's enigmatic pace, and the evolving championship picture. The former rider and current Yamaha test rider mixed technical observation with measured judgment, arguing that recent results are clarifying true performance levels across the field. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Márquez's return to racing follows a prolonged period of surgeries and setbacks. 6 weeks ago, he underwent another operation to address radial nerve irritation caused by a previously inserted screw, a procedure that has given him renewed confidence in his arm's reliability. The operation capped a sequence of interventions that began after the Jerez crash in 2020 and included repeated attempts to repair damage to the right side of his body. The latest surgery appears to have removed a major source of uncertainty, allowing Márquez to ride without the constant fear of his arm failing. Márquez admitted that during the darkest phases of his recovery he sometimes did not want to enter the paddock because it triggered memories of pain and repeated operations. Those feelings followed a period in which he tried to return too quickly, notably racing just 4 days after a humerus repair, a decision he now regrets. There were times when I didn't want to walk into the paddock because I associated it with pain. The confession underlines the psychological as well as physical cost of long-term injury and the pressure riders face to return. While Márquez remains fiercely competitive, his experience has reshaped his priorities. He says a potential 10th World Championship would be a proud achievement, but not life-defining, and he is determined to finish his career enjoying racing rather than burning out in pursuit of records. I'd be incredibly proud to win a 10th title, but whether I retire with 9 or 10 championships won't change my life. What I want is to finish my career enjoying racing. Márquez's resilience draws comparisons with other elite athletes who battled injuries, notably Rafael Nadal. A recent Netflix documentary about Nadal's career and injuries is on Márquez's watch list, though he says he is not ready to view it yet. The parallels highlight how top competitors cope with physical limits while maintaining elite performance. Márquez's story is now as much about recovery and adaptation as it is about raw speed. With the radial nerve issue addressed, Márquez has greater certainty about his ability to race without sudden physical setbacks. That stability matters as he manages expectations and seeks to balance ambition with longevity. The focus now is on enjoying racing and making measured decisions about his body and career. The immediate future looks more secure for Márquez, but his comments serve as a reminder of the human cost behind championship campaigns. Marc Márquez's candid reflections from Assen revealed the emotional and physical strain behind his comeback. Having endured multiple operations and moments of doubt, he now prioritizes racing with enjoyment and sustainability over chasing records at any cost. The latest surgery has given him renewed confidence, and his tempered ambitions add a new, thoughtful dimension to his title defense. Bulega completed private running on Ducati's 850cc MotoGP prototype over Tuesday and Wednesday, sharing development duties with test rider Michel Pirot. The sessions focused on the new engine package and the tire combination that will debut when Pirelli becomes MotoGP's sole supplier. Takaki Nakagami was also present at the test, working on Honda's future machine. The work was part of a concentrated effort to ready the bikes and tires for the technical reset in 2027, with Bulega contributing valuable track time and feedback. The test was not without incident. Bulega fell at the Caro corner on Wednesday, marking the first recorded crash of Ducati's 850cc prototype. He escaped unhurt and returned to the program the same day, allowing the team to complete its planned mileage. The spill was a reminder that development is iterative, setbacks are part of the process, and the priority remained rider safety and gathering useful data. Bulega's Superbike experience with Pirelli tires makes him a valuable asset as Ducati adapts the Desmosedici to the new rubber and reduced displacement. His familiarity with the tire behavior and his recent form in World SBK give Ducati practical insight into how the package might behave under race conditions. Using a rider who combines speed with tire knowledge helps accelerate the learning curve ahead of the 2027 rule changes. With testing complete, attention turns to World Ducati Week at Misano, where the marque celebrates its centenary. The highlight will be Sunday's Race of Champions, run on Panigale V4S machines, where Francesco Bagnaia will chase a third straight win and Bulega will seek redemption after his 2024 last corner fall with Márquez. The event blends spectacle with competitive pride, offering riders a chance to entertain fans and sharpen racercraft in a festival atmosphere. Off the track, negotiations are reportedly progressing between Ducati, Bulega's representatives and the VR46 squad over a potential MotoGP move for 2027. The likely structure under discussion is a 1+1 deal, a confirmed first year with an option to extend for a second season, positioning Bulega as a leading candidate for a Premier Class seat when the new regulations take effect. If finalized, the deal would formalize a pathway that Ducati has been building toward, aligning rider promotion with the technical reset. Nicolò Bulega's weak combined prototype development, a minor crash and a high-profile shift to the public stage at World Ducati Week. His role in testing the 850cc Desmosedici and Pirelli tires, plus ongoing talks about a MotoGP move, underlined Ducati's strategy of blending talent development with technical preparation as the sport heads into a new regulatory era. This weekend at Misano will offer a first public glimpse of how those plans are taking shape on track. Dovizioso suggested Márquez is in a phase of greater maturity, one that brings both improved race management and moments of extra caution. He noted the Spaniard's physical sensations and changes of direction remain a factor, and that only Márquez truly knows where his limits lie. It's a maturity that's making him realize he's improving, trying to be a bit more focused, calmer. Dovizioso framed Márquez's recent performances as part of a longer process of adaptation rather than a simple decline, stressing the rider's experience and self-awareness. Ai Ogura's pace at Assen puzzled Dovizioso, who described the Japanese rider as an enigma, not obviously dominant in raw speed but able to do something different that makes him superior, particularly in late-race grip management. Dovizioso highlighted Ogura's ability to preserve tires and extract speed when it matters. Ogura's style, heavy braking, efficient tire use and strong race finishes, marks him out as a genuine contender even if his methods remain hard to decode. Dovizioso argued Assen helped clarify the grid's pecking order, with at least 5 riders now realistically in championship contention. He predicted the season's true phase would begin after Sachsenring, when a run of more representative circuits should reveal consistent strengths and weaknesses. We have at least 5 drivers with the bikes, talent, and mentality to compete for the championship. The assessment underlined how parity and circuit variety are producing a fluid title fight rather than a single-team procession. On Marco Bezzecchi's crash, Dovizioso said he was curious to see the rider's reaction, noting Bezzecchi had shown focus and speed but failed to convert that into a result. The Italian emphasized the mental impact of such incidents and how they can influence a rider's subsequent approach. The comment flagged the psychological dimension of racing. Recovery from a mistake can be as decisive as physical form. Dovizioso defended the sanction against Fabio Di Giannantonio, arguing that when a rider puts another at a disadvantage and cannot stay on track, a penalty is fair. He compared the situation to past incidents, noting that Marc Márquez himself had run onto the green zone in 2015, but stressed that regulations have evolved and must be respected. When you put another driver at a disadvantage and can't stay on the track, it's fair to give yourself a penalty. The view combined legalism with perspective. Rules change, and riders must adapt to the current framework rather than past precedents. Andrea Dovizioso's post-race analysis at Assen blended technical insight with measured opinion. He defended stewarding decisions, praised Ogura's late race mastery, and framed Márquez's recent form as a product of maturity and self-management. His take emphasized that the championship is entering a clearer phase, where mental resilience and regulatory compliance will be as important as outright speed. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!